And I know that in the news, one Android manufacturer has taken its final bow, hasn't it, Warren?
Indeed, and that would be our friend LG. And we've talked about this probably like maybe in episode 5, all the rumors back then. Well, that thing finally came to a head back. Was that last Monday? Yeah, was that the 4th or the 5th? One of those. So Monday was the 5th, right? That was when LG officially announced that they were getting out of the phone business. So we're talking about LG, and LG is one of those phone manufacturers in Android that has brought a lot of innovations to the Android land. And we start by reflecting on the fact that LG was the very first company that brought us the capacitive touch, and it wasn't Apple. So with the Prada back in 2006, and that's Prada, LG introduced those three buttons at the bottom. You think of your home key, your back key, your recent um, files or recent apps, the touch screen, that navigational thing was introduced by LG, not by Apple. And that was back in 2006. The next thing that LG gave us was the curved display, the OLED curved display with the LG G Flex in 2014. And so all of these curved displays that we have is thanks to LG. The next one is the modular phone, and of course, that was with the G5 back in 2016. This was something that LG called um, the magic slot. Does anyone remember that? We had that, and so that was one of LG's innovations that didn't go anywhere. The next one is the ultra wide camera. And when you think of an ultra wide camera, please think of LG. And LG had that in the G5 as well in 2016. So LG also has a front facing wide camera angle also on the selfie. So they are just all over the place. These are the people that we need to be thankful for some of these technologies that we enjoy today. And the next one is the quad DAC, most especially for people that like music. Audiophiles will have LG to be thankful for because they're the ones that introduced that on their phone, on that LG back in 2016 as well. The next thing we have is a dual screen. So the dual screen, began with LG again, and this time with the G8X. And that was back in 2019, and things like the V60 will have the same idea, and this is all from LG. And the last but not the least is going to be the swivel display with the LG wings that was introduced in 2020. And those would be some of the things that we will always be thankful to LG for.
Thanks, Warren. I'll remember LG with a degree of affection because they made my first Android phone, as I think mentioned when I did my Android journey several episodes back, and that was the Nexus 4. Mine was one of the LG Nexus phones, and I was also interested that LG tried to introduce an innovation where they included a DAB, digital audio broadcasting radio, in one of their phones, which unfortunately I never got to try, but that's largely overtaking analog radio here in the UK. And it would have been interesting to know whether that was accessible, but unfortunately it doesn't look as though that was a massive seller, and it's not something that other manufacturers have sought to adopt since. Mariam Austin, have you got feelings for LG?
So for me, I have never used an LG phone. Although I was planning on, to be honest, because I really look. I have seen Samsung phones and Huawei and Honor and things like that, but I've never tried an LG phone. Um, and they actually got out of the phone business before I had the chance. But I like from what I've heard about them, they're a great company that actually is providing Android phones. So I definitely wish them a good luck with the other things that they are going.
Thanks, Mariam Austin. What about you?
I think that the other companies should have adopted the modular phone, and that would have been nice. And we could replace our processors, RAM, battery, whatever we wanted with the phone. That was good innovation. Also, what LG did before going is that two things. They launched the V70, And they also said that they will give 3 years of OS updates to their um, users.
Existing phones.
Warren, yeah, Warren has got lots of things to say about that.
Oh, don't go down that road, because when we talk about LG's updatability, to me, it's all a joke. Now, LG, why didn't you do this? I mean, these are the people that started by saying, hey, we're going to dedicate a department solely just for the um, OS updates and all of that. I think that was either back in 2017 or back in 2018. We saw nothing that came out of that. And now that you are out of the business, this last Friday, you say, oh, we're going to make sure we give people a 3-year support, OS updates. Who is going to buy that? Are you going to buy that? They're trying to sell their phones. And honestly, if I'm going to buy one of LG's phones, I'm going to buy it because just of nostalgia or something like that, or say, hey, I have an LG. By the way, I have an old LG sitting somewhere here, but I would like to get something maybe like the V60 if it's going to be like, El Cheapo. You guys know me. I'm not gonna damn no $500. If it's $200, I get it for $200, or even better, for 100 plus. Then I definitely will get an LG phone like the V60 and keep it for memorabilia, or whatever the case may be. But not because LG says they're going to be updating it. I don't believe LG for a penny.
Since when they've been in the business? Because I'm really curious.
Well, LG has been doing phones for a long time, just like Samsung. Back to like the I know the first LG phone that I had was maybe back in 2004 or maybe
Oh,
2003. But these are phones that were on their own. Back in the flip phone days, and these are phones that didn't have screen readers or anything like
mm,
that. But I remember that phone, having limited speech output, so I'm able to hear things, but I couldn't read like messages and things like that. But the menus, especially, I could go through those menus using my speech, or the little speech that was built in there.
yeah, interesting.
I think I agree with you, Warren. I don't know if I'd take the promise of a manufacturer who's exiting the business that they're going to update their phones for 3 years altogether seriously. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully, LG will do that. But you worry, don't you, about a drift in focus away from that business? But yeah, sorry to see LG exit the market, because it's one fewer choice, isn't it?